Now, in my own case, I will do my own, like, I don't know how I'm going to call it. It won't be, we have done academics because we are in the school. Although we are also in the school, but there will be a lot of practicality, which she has also done. But I will want to put some personal issues and discuss the issue of excellence in career, and I pray God will help us in Jesus' name. Amen. Father, lead us as we share. Amen. Let us be direct us. Amen. Thank you, Lord, because we have answered for in Jesus Christ's name we are praying. Amen. Now, I know when I was in Jos, my early years, young ones, I was with my grandmother. That was the 60s. I was early 60. I was with my grandmother. So they said I should go to school. Well, I didn't know. I will tell you the truth. I don't know. I thought she was my mother because I didn't know that my parents have traveled abroad. So we were first in Bauchi. From Bauchi, we are now taken to Jos. So I was my grandmother. And you know, grandmothers pamper children a lot. So, I think my parents were now writing to my grandmother. At that time, no phone, nothing. That you should allow this, that the children to go to school. At least the ones they kept with my grandmother. So, I remember I followed my grandmother past that bridge. I can still remember the bridge. Took me to school. So I saw them in the assembly. They were all in the assembly. They took me to class. When my grandmother would get home, my grandmother met me at home. I ran back. Even my grandmother didn't know that I've even. She met me at home. Say, what happened? I said, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school, and you know, grandmother. So she will now say, I will now tell my grandmother, I'm not feeling well. I'm not sure. Grandmother will now use, cover me. That's why I didn't go to school. I know, don't be laughing when you see me next time because of what I said. So she just left me and she covered me like that. I didn't go to school. And you say, no, he said he's not feeling fine. It's not that I didn't want to go to school. But you see, it's a tough thing. If you want to build a career, that's why I put this. Because I'm going to walk through this before I talk about what is this? Passion. What is this? You know, these four, I hope we are seeing there too. There is a link between these four. Can somebody define passion for me? What is passion? Passion. Passion.
Passion is a will or something that drives you to do something.
You have something that drives you. Passion. Oh, that man has passion for drawing. That man has passion for engineering. There is a will, there is a driving force. Something is there. Okay, let me tell you about this. Something you do without feeling anything. You know, some people, the passion that you have, that you are doing freely, some people are doing it because they study it, they are collecting money. Whereas you are doing it without doing what? But you know, there is somebody in the Bible, a mother, that was being paid for taking care of her child. Who is that mother? That's the only mother that I know that was paid. Although I now know abroad, in Canada and US, when they give birth, even in UK, there are so many things they give to the mothers that free for giving birth to child without state collecting anything. I say, Nigeria, we have a long way to go. Free. And they watch that baby from age 1 to 18 free. They are monitoring his BP, her BP, her height, her weight. It's been recorded. Checking everything, they have done blood test. Even 7 days, they have done blood test to know everything about that baby. They read certain things about it and so on. When we have that. So, passion is something that drives you. And then, what is hobby? What is hobby? Yes, what is hobby?
Hobby is something you cherish.
Something you cherish. You are get very hobby. You are close. When she has tried, you have to clap for he has tried. What is hobby? Yes. What is hobby?
Something that you love to do.
Something that you love to do. Hobby. 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 Yeah?
A consistent action of behavior.
A consistent action of behavior that you love to do. This is advanced level. Okay, that's good for her. That's advanced level.
A day-to-day activity that you get used to.
That's how you are now bringing what you call granularity. You are now breaking this down to a layman's language. You did advanced level, this ordinary level. But the two, what hobby is what you see. They will say, oh, this man is an engineer, or is the president of the nation, but his hobby is that golf. You know, he plays golf. That's his hobby. That means anytime when he leaves the state house, what does he do? He goes and play golf. That's his hobby. He just do that one. Or this man is MD of a bank, but every time he leaves the something, what does he do? He must see, he likes watching film. When he gets home, he must watch one movie. He has turned that one to be his hobby. Oh, this man is a pastor, but he's a fan of Manchester United. So anytime Manchester United and he's not preaching, you will see him watching Manchester United. That is his hobby. It's not, his hobby is something you like to do that is different from your normal something. I'm still going down until we get to career. I know why I want to follow some things down. The education we have had, our young man has defined what education is. So, is there any link between, listen, is there any link between this and this? Is there anything whatsoever that may be, that may not? Between your educational level or your hobby and passion? There may be and there may not. But now, when we get down here, what is career? I have it here, but what is career? Because that's where we are going.
Career is your life choice.
It's a life choice. That's also advanced a little. But you have answered. What is career? Simple. You can just give it a simple and know what he's saying. It's an occupation undertaken for a significant period. That's what I like when you use a life choice. Well, you are so sharp. An occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life. Now listen, career is something that you do for what? Is what they call a long-term period. It's a long-term something, career. Is it? And with opportunities for progress, because we have to put that one. Let me read it again. An occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. So what are those names synonymous with career? Profession. So you can note that profession is a career. Occupation. Vocation. Calling. You know, pastors, they say they have a calling. It's also a career. Don't let them deceive you. It's a career. Calling. Employment. Career. Job. I'm telling you all those things that are similar when they talk about career. Those are linked. Job. Line of work. Work of life. Sometimes they say career is what is your position? What is your post? All those ones indirectly they are just talking about things that are linked to career. Now let me go back now because I'm talking about career. I don't know how many of you know my last son. I know the drummer. I call him the drummer. D4C, Damilola. When he was in CU, they call him D4C. That means Done for Christ. That's his name up to now, worldwide. That's D4C. Once you see D4C, it's Damilola Labi they are talking about. D4C. D, 4, and C. Done for Christ. So, Damilola, when he was very young, I'm coming. I will have to discuss this as I'm going to career. He will in his room, we will be hearing what is happening. I will go and look. It is the mother's pot from the kitchen. It turns it upside down. And so many times he will do that. When they want to go and cook, they pour water. They see they already have punched a hole in the. So that was what he was doing. What is this? Why is this? We were looking. He wanted to drum. Passion. That's why parents must understand what early enough this. If you are talking about career, because I'm still going to link it down. And you will see where I interjected or we interjected. Because I said, we have done class. I want practical something that you can learn for a lot. You have learned that one. This one, I want it to be in your memory for as long as. So, if you see Damilola sitting, looking at phone, he will be playing YouTube, drummers playing. You say, what is? You'll be looking at them. How they were beating the something. That's what you see him doing. So, passion. All right. From passion, everywhere is table, sitting on table after eating food. It becomes hobby. His passion has turned to hobby. Everything he does not watch. When we are watching football, he doesn't watch. He's watching video on music. It has become hobby. Now, problem now came. My son wants to jump from here and jump here. Dad doesn't want to jump from passion, hobby, and jump to turn it to career. It was there. I say, Umba, you're not going to work like that. Yeah. Because I mean, we need to understand if you come here, they say excellence in career. Now let us link education and link it together. He wants to jump from here and jump here. I said no. Being a drummer is a career. You're collecting your bachelor's or master's is your education. I said, come. If you jump from here to here, if people are calling you, they will ask you, no, that boy is a drummer. Those are all those riffraff. They will give you 10,000 for coming to show, for a show. They give you 10,000 naira. It's a riffraff. He just talent. He just has talent. Yeah, he just has talent. And he didn't go anywhere. But if you add education, I've watched Damilola many times when he comes to Nigeria and they interview him maybe at is it Channels? Channels, yes, he has been on Channels many times, and the other television stations. You see, when he sits down and they start interviewing him, I've seen him many times, and they say, you have taken drumming as a career, but from your resume we saw something. You got BSc at Covenant University, and you also have master in digital marketing at Southwest West University, London. Masters. You see the way then why are you
a drummer?
So now, if you are joined from here and jump here and say, okay, I'm a British citizen, let me go. When they call him, they may give him £500 or £1,000. But because of this in the middle, if they call him, he may sit down and collect £10,000 before they even call him for it, because they will look at his resume that he has bachelors and masters. So it's not that it's a riffraff. Young ones, are you getting what I'm trying to tell you? This has added value to this. This education added value to this. And that's what happens every time. When you want to go for interview, they will say, are you 2-2 or 2-1? Are you first class? When you are first class, there's a way they grade you in your career. When you are 2-2, there's a way they grade you. So education has had impact on your career. That's number one. But what now happens in the career is another thing, which we are going to talk about, excellence. I've seen areas where people that have bachelors have done well in their career because they enhance, they look for excellence in their career, and you see they are even promoted before PhD holders because they have put themselves in. Because I was put a caveat as I'm talking about this. It's not the end in itself. There must be excellence. There are some people that are bachelors, but what they can use this brain for. Even PhD holders will be going to them and saying, how did you do it? So don't think it's an end totally, but it's a foundation. Then, as the Bible says, watch how you build on the foundation. So I try to use Damilola's case, which is practical to me, because when he came, I said, no, you must read. When they came from NYSC, I remember, I said, I'm going to make it as practical as possible. And they came to me, they just came home from Osun State. Himself and his senior brother, we have finished NYSC. He still started, I've been going for show, they are calling me in that church because I was looking at him. One day I now called the two of them. Our dining table in the house is always the meeting place. So once they see me sit down there and I call them, they know, I say, just sit down. They know it's for discussion. I said, hey, the two of you, well done. We thank God for your youth call. I said, come. What about your masters? Me, I've already concluded my masters. I'm going September next year. I kept quiet. You, drummer, Mr. Drummer, what are you? No, I've not even given you a thought. I said, you have not given me a thought. I said, okay, let me tell you my own story. My own story is this. I am going to retire September 2016. Now is that was time was July or August 2015. I say, I tell you, by January 2016, if any of you decides not to go to do your masters, you are on your own. That I cannot use my retirement something to I'm telling you, why I'm going to this, I don't know how it's going to affect you. Maybe when you get home, when you see daddy or mommy say some things to you, know that it's not only, you are not alone. When they start telling you things like that, I said, look, if you don't go, I will not use my retirement money to be sending somebody for masters. You have the opportunity now. Don't come later in life. Well, okay, the senior brother said, already I've done my own, but I can tell them to start my own in January. I said, what of you, drummer boy? I said, don't come later in life and say that your parents did not give you equal opportunity. You may not understand what I know you understand. Don't say later in life that you are not given equal opportunity like your other brothers. Make up your mind. You know, it's either you go now or you stay here. Then you can now do your masters in real life or anywhere. You will now be the one responsible for your. I think after dragging his leg, going up and down for many days, frowning. You may have Akukuru will not look at your face. Frowning after some time, I say, hey, Daddy, I've seen something. Now, listen very well. He saw something. I'm bringing something to you, and I said, all my children, they are engineers. I'm going to come to that again when I try to explain about excellence in career. But he now said he has seen a course in what? Digital marketing. You know why I accepted this? His passion is to drum. His passion is to work on, look at social media and build something. So when he said he had a course on digital marketing, I just looked at passion, hobby, career, and these are together. Are you getting what? They are linked together. And today, if you see what he has used this for, how this has promoted his drumming, his clothesline business, and so on, because he has reacted to so many. These have changed so many things. Because this is added value to his passion, added value to his hobby, added value to his career. Are you getting the way we look at it? Yes, we as parents must not, none of us did this. My wife did English. I'm an economist, I'm a banker, I'm a chartered bank examiner before I went to engineering and technology. Before I veered to engineering and technology. Then teacher and preacher of the word and so many things, author. So many things. I'm still coming to that in career. When I tell you, you can't put yourself in one basket with the way things are now. So when I decided I want to do digital marketing, MSc digital, I say your course, yes, they said my course can do digital marketing. That's how he went to Wales. The senior brother went to Aberdeen to do petroleum engineering. He went to Aberdeen, very expensive school. Aberdeen, very, very expensive. But to the glory of God, nobody dictated anything. The only thing is that I restrained as parents that you must read. We didn't stop this career, but let this one give you added value. We didn't say, oh, you too must become a teacher or you must become a banker. We didn't tell you, you must become an accountant. This thing you want to do, let us guide you well. We are not going to affect your passion or hobby, but let us direct you so that your passion and hobby can give you something that will make you to live in life. So parents, we understand that. I know before, when parents are lawyers, my son must be a lawyer. When they are doctors, they must be a doctor. It's a wrong approach. It's a wrong approach. Although some do like what their parents are doing and will pursue it, they saw passion for it. Let me tell you, I'm somebody, I've been into engineering, but I'm going gradually where the foundation was what affected me. I'm somebody that when I was old, my parents should not hear this. I know my mother is still alive. When we were in Ibadan, because of my engineering something, when this socket, I will pull it out. And I'll put my hand in the thing will not shock me. You do this the same thing. So the thing I will run away. I will quickly cover it again. I did that one. I will bring many metals together. I will say this thing must work. I will plug it to the fuse of the house. As I did, the thing will make boom. I will what is that? I said nothing. But everybody knew. My parents knew that this person is an engineer. But what did they not do? They failed in this area. To let me work seriously that physics, chemistry, and the other mathematics. What we are seeing is an engineer. So instead of them to make sure that one was pumped to my head and they give direction, they said I should go and do GCE and I should do physics, chemistry and maths. That I was not in the school. I mean, in class C, in Oliver, class C is a mixture of both science and arts. I was not directed very well. The counselor did not counsel me very well to push me to make sure I'm the science man. I went to do the thing. I went to do GC in a course to read alone, no teacher, nothing. See all my results. F parallel. Everything F9. Everything. Because there was nobody to direct me so that I can do the right course. This is what I got. So every time you see me in the house, when I got it, my mom looked at it. They thought this go and do physics, chemistry, maths. I didn't. Nobody was teaching me anything. So when I'm in the house working, when I'm happy, eating, you see my mother coming. That's what you know. Everything. Everything. I will be happy. My mom will say, that's what you know to eat. See, everything. But the problem was that I was nowhere guided so that I can be able to do the course. They know this person is an engineer. So no wonder when I say all my children are engineers, that latest something in me passed now to my children. It has shown, which I couldn't do. I ended up a banker, an economist, which normally, if well guided, my career path should have been in the engineering area. So today when I sit down, when even Chinese came to do solar in my house and so on, and I start giving them, they say, this man knew something. go and smoke. This man knows something, a lot of it. So many things. I design my electrical system before they come. All those things. So it's there. Only I didn't. By error, I can say of the parents didn't guide me, and the school counselor didn't look very well and say, the way they are looking at this chap is into engineering area. So I have to go this way for you to understand how excellence in career. If you want to do it, the foundation, you must get this foundation right. This is like the foundation. Now, how to achieve excellence in career? We now start to. I'll try to do some. You must have the right foundation. That's number one. You must have the right foundation. The question is, are you in the right place or location? That's number one. If you are in the wrong place, every other thing will fail. You won't be able to achieve in that career. Now, your interests, hobbies, skills, acquisition, exposure. Now, all those things are in play. Your interests, hobbies, skills, acquisition, exposure. All these matters. Type of school attended. All these ones have effect on how you are going to end your career. You know, exposure. Some people through exposure try to lead them. How they are exposed. Some people are not exposed, and that's the problem. Not that they don't have this passion, but no exposure. They have the passion, they take it as hobby, no exposure. So all those things affect your career. 1 Corinthians 3:10. Just write it down. No need for, I can read it from here. Just write it down. 1 Corinthians 3:10. According to the grace of God which was given to me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builds on it. But let each one take it how he builds on it. There is a foundation. The school, what you just had, is just the foundation for what? For your career. What should you do? You must take it to do what? To build on that foundation. It's already done. The school you are going is just the foundation. It's not yet your career. What you now build on it that you are going on is now going to be what? Your career. Are you getting the difference now? What you have just had initially was just foundation. You must build so that you can get your career. Now, Hebrews 11:9-10. By faith, he dwelt in the land of promise as in a foreign country, dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he waited for the city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is God. That's everything about your career must have foundation of God, and the builder and maker of your career should be what? God. It's God. Don't waste your time about that. Number 2, you must be focused. You see, career she spoke about distraction the other time. I can tell you that many of our people today, I will mention somebody. One, in trying to get a fiancé or somebody to marry, one of the things the lady gave why she is not ready to go with this man, because even whether you like it or not, you pray. Bible says watch and pray. You pray, but when it gets to issue of marriage too, you have to be sure where you are going to. You are prayed for you to, at least the other area should come in. One of the things that the lady said was that why is skeptical is that I followed this young man. You have been friends for some time. I discovered that he does not know where he's going. He does not know where what he's going. Today is in one bank. Tomorrow he has left the bank. He said, let me start helping them do sale of house. After that, he said, no, I want to set up a platform. We want to be doing Taxify. Another. After that, no, that one not. So the lady said, no, there is no focus. No focus. In career, you have to be focused. Where are you really going? Let us know. Where are you really going? You cannot be putting one leg here and one leg here, one leg here. You can't. You see many people in bank, they say they are bankers. Some of them are change jobs within how many in 4 years he has gone to 5 banks. You now ask yourself, do you really, is it only the money you are thinking about, or you want to build a career? When we say a career is something that stay with you for a long that's a career. Although it will not happen now at this with our young ones. I did 35 years one week in Central Bank. From beginning to the end, I was in Central Bank, I'm a regulator to the end. I was a regulator. 35 years 1 week is what I did. The 1 week, I will explain why I did extra 1 week. Later, in a place, in a single place, I know the children of that and say, can I do 35 years? So you need to be focused. Ephesians 4:14. Then we will no longer be infants, tossed back and forth with the waves, and blown here and there by every wind of teaching, and by the cunning and craftiness of people in their deceitful scheme. Some people are just tossed. Oh, it's happening there, they are there. Oh, this your money is coming from there. You will leave that place and discover where you have left, and now started blown up. They start moving, always running but not getting to the end of anything. So you must be focused. You want excellence in career. 1 Corinthians 9:26. Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. How is a boxer doing? You know, we will be doing imaginary something. Paul said, no, I won't do that. I must be sure what I'm doing. I don't run aimlessly. Some people are running aimlessly. They don't even know. Today they are this, tomorrow they are that. Although we will tell you the place of that when we get to flexibility. But you must still have a core place before you start doing something like that. Do not be distracted. That's what I'm saying. You can just write down this. Ecclesiastes 11:4. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the cloud will not reap. They are only looking at signs before they decide. Where is your own focus? Look, as I'm talking to you, me too, I almost left CBN. I thought things were not working well. Hello? Okay. I thought things were not going on well. I almost left twice. Once in Abuja, another time in Lagos. I almost left CBN. But it's as if God was saying, that is your place, don't move. And today, to the glory of God, I can say yes. The end justifies the means. But I think we have to watch out for that. Number 3, excellence in career. We must be honest. Are you honest and trustworthy? I believe that's one major thing that is failing. If you want to build a career, some people have lost their career. I have seen a young man, let me tell you this story. This young man, his name Emmanuel something. I was called to a panel. When I was church leader, I spoke to the church about the man. Sometimes when we finish every Sunday, I always say one thing or the other to the church for them to know things that are going. This young man had his parents, his father is a pastor, the mother in Israel. Now there was missing money where he was working. Brilliant young man. I'm telling you, young man, brilliant, very brilliant. Whiskey without honesty is nothing. So I was in the panel. 2 weeks we are doing disciplinary something that eventually he stole money, millions. He stole almost 80 something million. He used his brain because he was fast. That's Nigerian money, because central bank money is Nigerian money. He stole 83 million or so. Eventually he was caught. I was in the panel. When you see this young man come, father, pastor, mother, big, and the father to tell you the pain, the father came to CBN. A pastor and say, what to say, I'm sorry. Say, I'm sorry. Don't worry. Say, I'm sorry. For you to tell you the father came. Now, when this young man came, he was putting on silk suit every day to tell you how flamboyant he was. Hello? Hello? Okay. So he came. We now ask him, young man, what made you to steal this money? When he came, it was no more. I hope. Let me use that one. Let me just use that one. This one is clearer. I will manage this one. I know what to do. Hallelujah. When this young man came, you know, I was, because of my something, I was feeling pain, so I don't want to ask him a question. Because of the pain, I can imagine how the parents are feeling. So, but I don't ask him. I say, what led you to this? He was using the password of his bosses because they trusted you so much. So I said, what led you to this? You know what he told me? He said, I wanted to buy undercross store. You know that undercross store? That I said, undercross store. I said, because of that, you have to steal. This young man went to do honeymoon in Dubai. Young person just entering at entry level, just a graduate, to tell you how he has made a lot of. He went to Dubai. He took people to Dubai to do honeymoon. That was when they started studying him. You know, they were following me. He didn't know that why is he getting all this money. Until when auditors came, and they said some things are not jiving, and before they do, he just confessed that I did it, and I'm sorry. You see, honesty. I look at that young man, that man, if left, is so brilliant. He will become a director of CBA if he has been left. If he has decided to flow without being stealing, you see, very brilliant. But he used his brilliance the other side. But eventually we all agreed when he left that he must be dismissed. There's nothing we could do. It was painful that we had to do, and that was what happened. Because he just came just 1 year. You are already still then. If he leave you for the bill that did 35 years, we have stolen 1 billion. So then now we don't know, we think they see our money, we don't know what the money of Nigeria has gone. So, if you don't have honesty, Proverbs 11:3 says, the integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the unfruitful will destroy them. That boy was destroyed. Proverbs 10:9, he who walks in the integrity walks securely. You will stand, nothing will shake you. They will lock the door. There are some people, when they lock the door, they say, God, look, who is that? Who is there? But somebody with integrity will walk securely. Why? They are not afraid. They are not afraid that, okay, let us just know that it's not thieves coming. That's all. But to say that so EFCC will just no. He who walks in integrity walks securely. Proverbs 10:9. But he who perverts his way will become known. Have you? Is it not one person that I'm talking now? that you see what he has done. Proverbs 27, just write it down. The righteous man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. His children are blessed after him. You know that for somebody that walks in integrity, what happened? It's even good for his children after him. They will be blessed. So we must know that. Proverbs 28:6. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity, although he's poor, but walks in his integrity, than one perverse in his way, though he be rich. So that's why we are saying riches does not really matter. 28:6, Proverbs 28:6. So we must be careful about that. Then, number 4, excellence. Why people don't achieve excellence in career is that, is your career path robust? That's, in fact, when I look at it, I will say, why this? Is there a robust and reasonable career path in the establishment? You see, every career path, let me give you the definition again. An occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life, and with opportunities for what? For progress. Why some people fail in their career that they get akashisheni? Are you getting what I mean? We are only working, we are going nowhere. Before you build your career in one place, check the career path. Is it robust enough? If it's not robust, why do you want to die there? Some people, when they know it's not robust, what do? They only say, I'm going to work there for a year or two and do what? And leave. Are you getting what I say? Because you can't build. Because even in your career too, you need progress. If there's no progress, then there's a problem. That's Luke 14:28. What did he say? For which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it? You see, why some people are not satisfied is that when they were doing interview for them, what did they want? Just give me the job. I mean, they just give me the job. They can't sit down well to look at, am I going to progress in this place or I'm not going to progress? Just give me the job. I just need something. I know it gets to a stage you just need something to survive. But then, don't sleep with your 2 eyes closed. Your eyes must still be must be saying, can I get a better something, and now move to where I can say, now I've met my Rehoboth. I've now come to a place where I can now settle down. We have to be careful. If you want excellence in career, all these things affect our excellence. If there's no career path, what do people do? Let us steal. Let us take one thing. We know we are not going to do. That's what affects people. But if the career path is good, say don't worry. After some time, and which I'm going to tell you, after some time you are going to get there. Just let us be patient. We will get there, and people will relax, and they will work seriously for that place, and they will then get to where they are going to. Number 5, there must be hard work. There is nothing like excellence in career without hard work. Let me be sincere with you. Don't let anybody deceive you. I remember Pastor Dr. Oke was writing, he said one of the problems that Christians have had of recent, I read in something, that the church has affected many hardworking Christians. They will be saying they will bypass process for you. Not that it does not happen, but those are intervention of God on his own. But they will be saying, don't worry, I will not work, but they will be praying, God bypass process. When that person will get to the place 6 o'clock, work till 4 or 5, you will get there at 9, work till 3 and go away, and you are saying God should bypass process. God won't bypass process. I mean, he won't bypass process. It will be unjust. God is not unjust. Are you getting what I'm saying? No matter how much you say you are serving God, but here you are not putting hard work. and you want God to bypass process and push this one that's working behind, and you say, and you want to say, praise the Lord. God has bypassed process for what? God is not an unjust God. It's not an unjust God. It's never. It's never. You see, when you say, are you ready to do hard work and be diligent? What do you mean by diligent? I know my wife has said that having or showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duty. You are industrious, hardworking, assiduous, conscientious, meticulous, painstaking, rigorous, careful, thorough. Those are things. Let me read that. Industrious, hardworking, assiduous, conscientious, meticulous, painstaking, rigorous, careful, thorough. I will tell you about a pastor, my friend Pastor Okoye. Pastor Okoye was a deputy director. Because when you talk about excellence in career, I remember what we call an astute bank examiner. He's a Foursquarian, Pastor Okoye. He has dealt with many MDs of banks. You know, when we are there, we are a guy of MDs of bank. Don't mind whether we are collecting over $1 million a year. We are the organ. When they hear our name, they will be shaking. Before I left, 4 MDs were under me. So many of them, I know them, many of them now. Even I see called, even 3 weeks ago, I see called MD of one of us. He was saying, sa, 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 sa. Yeah, although she was me and I just called her to say, how are you, ma? Yes, yes, sir. How are you? Where are you? One of the MD of the banks. So because Pastor Okoye was so serious with his work, they know it's one line. Okoye will never bend. Do you know Governor of Central Bank, when they were saying they should do staff shedding maybe 2 years ago, rationalization. Out of nowhere, Governor of Central Bank, Pastor Okoye has been DD for a year, but everybody knows him. He's an accountant, he's a group head, he knows what he's doing, everybody knows that. He does not cut corners. Emefiele called him and said, yes, we know what you have done, that we want to retire you. Although you are deputy director, they retired him on director grade, promoted him and retired him. Because to become a director in Central Bank is tough. He has to promote him. That is because of excellence in his career, recognized by the man at the top. He was so happy because you know how much he's worth when he is going to go as a director. So today he's happy. He called me last week. He's happy. He just quickly dropped his. I said, yes, sir. Oh yeah. When am I to leave? So there is a reward for honesty. It may be late, but it will come. It will come. Proverbs 10:4, write it down. He who has a slack hand becomes poor. But the hand, okay, hard work, I'm talking about hard work. But the hand of the diligent makes rich. Proverbs 12:24. The hand of the diligent will rule. You see, the hand of the diligent will rule. But the lazy man will be put to forced labor. The diligent will be the one telling the lazy one, oh yeah, go and do this, go and do that. Proverbs 13:4. The soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made rich because of hard work. Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty. So we must understand that hard work, there is no corners. Don't mind all those celebrities that many of you are following. You have said it. Following celebrities is a bad thing. Many of them are drug addicts. Many of them have broken homes. Many of them cut corners. Many of them are into Yahoo plus plus and so on. So don't use them as your mentor. They are bad mentors. So be careful. They always tell you, see money. They will throw money up to see that it's easy to get. It's not easy to get money. So children, all the ones you see your parents, it's not easy to get money. It's hard work. When you see them paying your school fees. I remember when I took my 3 sons, the first, second, third. At one time, 3 of them, 2 were in final year, 1 entered CU first year. At that time, there was no electronic transfer. So I carried my Banco Super bag. I was doing like this to the bank. So the 3 of them were following me. We now went to that bank and I took the money, boom. It was 1 point something million that was in the bag. You will be going looking left and right so that so the man started counting and counted and counted and counted. And after he finished counting, checked all their tellers and stamped. I'm looking at the time and stamped. What did you do? He now called the 3 of them together. He said, see, I'm a cashier. That if I have seen somebody to pay my school fees, as your dad has paid your school fees, I won't be counting your money. I'm telling you that what he told them. So I'm still talking about education plus career. So that man believes that this thing failed him in this area. Are you getting what he say? This one failed him in this area. Because if he has had good education, his career will not be. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you can't throw away education. That's what he told my 3 sons in front of him. Say if I have had, my parents can pay, they will have, that what made it was that nobody was there to pay the school fees. So listen, so you have to always appreciate your parents when they pay your school fees. It's not easy. Some people are begging so that they can pay. So then top-notch syndrome. Are you ready to be the 1% of the 1%? Ask yourself, are you ready to be the 1% of the 1%? I know you are trying to crack your brain. What do I mean? I know was trying to say, what's the meaning of 1% of the 1%? Are you ready to be the 1% of the 1%? That means the top notch. The peak CEO of banks. How many people are there? Only few people. Only how many banks do you have in Nigeria? Only few. And see, there are millions, hundreds of millions. So how many people? 25 people out of that. That's 1% of the 1%. Are you ready? Because you want excellence in career, you must be ready for this. That is not that you want to be a mediocre. Just as my wife said, you too want to be there. I want to be there. There is no shortcut, though. You have to know that. Proverbs 22:29, write it down. Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of rank. Other versions say before mere men. Where MDs of bank can enter, many of us can enter. When they just see them, it's guru. They work with the people at the top. They don't stand before mere men. So, are you ready for 1% of the 1%? Those are the questions you will ask yourself. And those people that are there, they don't have 2S. So let me explain to you. It's only what? They have the determination to get there. They got there. The woman that is now the MD of FCMB, maybe she will be watching me. Because FCMB was one of the last banks I oversaw before I left Central Bank. If she's coming to she's not the MD of FCMB. If she's, although very humble lady, if she's coming to my office, she dare not enter. She has to sit before they say, Oga, when Oga is ready, then she will now So now, and now she said B. She said B of FCMB. They will say, Oga is not ready for you. Please sit. When Oga is ready, we will usher you to Oga. So that's how life is. She went room for it. Number 7, be patient. Be patient. Are you patient enough? Excellence takes time to achieve. Listen to me. What did I say, excellence? It takes time to do what? You are gradually going. It takes time. Be patient. Be patient. There is no shortcut. Ecclesiastes 9:11. I like that passage. Ecclesiastes 9:11. I returned, I saw under the sun that the race is not for the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. Those are 2 things that take you to the top. What is it? Time and chance. That means you need time to get there. The chance. When you see the chance, do what? Take it. All of you have the chance now. Your parents can pay your school fees. Chance is already given. But time, you are not building on time. So that you can get there. You are building on time. So, Habakkuk 2:3, that is the passage when things were tough for obeying central bank. New Living Translation. I like that passage. In New Living Translation. That's what I pasted on my head. Habakkuk 2:3, New Living Translation. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. I like the New Living Translation. I don't know all of you thinking you will get there. It's for an appointed time. That's the time. You will get there. Just wait. I always tell people when they get to executive level in central bank, I say money is already given. I always call the young ones. Wait until you cross to the executive level. Money is already given. You don't need to steal. Make sure you work yourself seriously and get to the executive level. Now that you are working, you are doing 80% work, 20% salary. When you get to the executive level, it's 80% salary, 20% work. That's the way things reverse. I'm telling you, that's the way I just told them that please just wait. When you get to that place, before you do this, they will say, you are entitled to this. I'm entitled to this again. You are entitled to this. I'm entitled to this. But you have suffered for almost 25 years before you go to that place. But you have to wait. You have to wait. Be patient. Now, be flexible. If you want excellence in career, be flexible. You have to be flexible. Are you ready and eager to expand your horizon? I told you who I am. An economist, a banker, a chartered bank examiner, an engineer, an author, a preacher, a technologist, and so on. You have to combine all those things. You can't say one line. Now, before I became that, I know where my career was. I only branched. I was still following my career. I only branched. It's not that I left my career. You have to add. In this age, many people that are doing cake, you know, the architects. They are real architects, but you see them, they are veered into cake design using the knowledge of architecture to design. You don't get, are you getting what I'm saying now? You can't say in one place. They are using knowledge of architecture that they did to design cake, and they are making a lot of money. Apart from their architecture or something, you must be flexible. You have to be flexible. Some people use straight jacket, and that straight jacket will make them to hit the wall. You have to be you have to be flexible. And the passage I like most is this. I will just give you the summary. 1 Samuel 17:34 to 37. What did he say? I won't read it. You know, David was 1 Samuel 17:34 to 37. You know, David was saying, when I'm in the bush, and a bear comes and so on, I deal with it, I deal with lion. That the same way I dealt with lion, I'm going to deal with you, the Philistine. What is he doing? He was flexible. He extrapolated what he was doing in the bush to the war front. Are you getting the idea? You can't stay in one spot. Then, if you look at Exodus 4:2-3, I will read that one. Exodus 4:2-3. So the Lord said to him, what is that in your hand? He said, a rod. And he said, cast it to the ground. So he cast it to the ground and it became a serpent. And Moses did what? Fled from it. What is he doing? The same rod that Moses took. Is that same rod that changed to serpent? Is that same rod he used to stretch or to part the Red Sea? Is that same rod that was used to do all the plague that was happening in Egypt? That means the rod became flexible. The same thing was used for many things, the same rod. So, the education you are having, the career you are going, you must be able to use it for other things to make you progress in life. If the one line is not working well, you use the other line. In business, you may get negative here, you got positive. By the time you add the two together, you get positive. Abi? Yeah. Accountants. What they call stream of income. One may be negative, or we get other positive. As you add them together, you are okay. You are fine. So, I will use the case of my young man in Ibadan, my housekeeper in Ibadan, in our house in Ibadan. He applied to be security guard, but I tell you today, he came from the north, from Zamfara State, Christian from the north. His name is Abednego. But today, if you see, he is also a farmer. He brought the knowledge of farming. He asked for security guard. His knowledge of farming, he has transformed the green area of the house. Very fine. He's also good in bricklaying, anything. And I said, how did you know that? He said his father is a bricklayer. So he likes it. If you see how he handles. So he is versatile in many areas. He's not lost. All those experiences not lost. You must understand that they are not lost. Please, you remember Moses in Egypt? He was in the palace. What did he do? He came back. All those things he did was what he has planted in the palace as a prince. You remember Paul, a tent maker? When things were difficult, what was he doing? He was doing tent to survive. I mean, although he was a preacher and evangelist, he was doing tent to survive. What of Peter? Peter was a fisherman. When they went, John 21, when they went there, when Jesus Christ said, oh, you have to go and put that. I know Peter will be the one to go and put because I had experience in fishing. All these things, and David was a shepherd, which we have discussed, and he used it to fight Goliath. Then number 9, which I'm going to stop, there must be continuous learning. If you want to excel in your career, there must be continuous learning. Every time I look at my son, the drummer, Damilola, although he has other things, clothesline, he has other things that he's doing. But this one too, you will see every time that he's free. What is he doing now? Is he looking at the best in drumming? He's studying how the best of the best are improving on their. You have to continue. You can't see it. What I wrote there is this: the day you stop studying, that day you die. You believe you have known it all, that day you are dead already. If you believe you have known it all, that's why anybody that comes, you come anywhere and think you have known it all, you are dead. I remember a pastor, I won't mention his name, when we tell him, sir, this is what you do. Say, I've already done it before. It's only for us to add this and bring this and bring this. You have done it before. I've done it before. Say, that's how we want to do this evangelism. Yes, I've done it. I have a template on. Is everything you have Is everything you have done it before that is not for me to add this and you can even maybe those people talking to you have even a better idea. Why don't you listen to them? And then you add their brain to your brain. That's what I do when I was in the software as a group head. I have many accountants working under me. When things are tough, I just say, Abby, come. Hey, this thing you did, let me see, my office, he will now be saying, hey, okay, you see when we do this, hey, okay. Immediately I see it. I grab it. When I go outside, I will start talking. When we design the clinic, I will have added my own. You can't know it all. You can't know it all. You have to. And so when they come, I say, I'm using your brain. I always tell them, it's your brain I gather together to say whatever I say. It's your brain. So, continuous learning. You study by watching others who have excelled in various disciplines, and by gaining more knowledge through reading, meditating, and practice. You need to study more. 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show yourself approved to God. Hallelujah. Amen. I think I want to stop here. I don't want, I've passed my time. I want to stop here. Excellence in career. And I pray many years to come, they will mention one of you and say, ah, that young man, I saw him that day. Amen. So it's not the MD of that place. Amen. Ah, that girl. Ah, you mean that's okay? Ah, who knew? So you are not the owner of that place. Excellence in career. But note this, education will drive it toward your career. Education makes your career value to increase. Don't throw it away. Don't be like me that ran away. When my grandmother put me in school, before she gets home, she met me at home. Don't be like that. Oh. Face it, it will soon be over. Thank you so much, and God bless you.